Okay, yes, we just watched Minions and Monsters.
Yay! So before starting our review, I know it's already a bit late, but we watched the movie and we want to give our opinion on this movie. And disclaimer: don't get hurt.
Oh, and there'll be like, I guess, spoilers. I mean, not intentionally, but it's just kind of like when we're talking about the movie, we're gonna say things. So obviously keep that in mind. So, I mean, if you want to get a general idea of if this is something you would like or whatever. So I mean, do we want to give a breakout of like kind of like the general, like what it's about? Per just the general Google, it says that it is follows the Minions as they try to make their own monster movie, and they accidentally unleash real monsters they must then stop. And so then our initial reactions.
Let me ask you this question, Emma. So, how much do you rate this movie? First question.
Out of 5?
Out of 5, yeah.
Kind of hard. Okay, so as I said, I thought it's gonna be a funny movie, right? I think it kind of had ups and downs, right? The beginning was really funny, the ending was really funny. Towards in the middle, it was a little so-so. I felt like it was a little slow.
Yeah, I was
like
about to sleep.
The story was a bit slow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I kind of am teetering between a 3 and a 4 out of 5. Like a 4 if it was funny throughout the whole thing, and a 3 because it wasn't really. So I'm thinking maybe a solid 3. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I would rate 3 out of 5 for, since we are adults. It's a movie made for kids mostly, so for kids maybe 4 out of 5, but for when it comes to adults, I think 3 to 3.5 out of 5. And yeah, I think one thing I have to tell, the movie length is really small. Like, it's 1 hour 30 minutes movie, so
Yeah.
there's no fillers and nothing, so it's like so short and so perfect.
Yeah, I think for like in the perspective of a kid, yeah, they're definitely gonna find it probably really cute. I mean, even as adults, like, there's definitely a lot of funny moments and stuff like that. As far as like the storyline, it kind of felt like it was going all over the place, but maybe they did that because when you have different storylines, you can then kind of find the different funny moments. Like, obviously people probably have seen, like, if you've seen the trailer for the movie, they kind of show the different like bad guy bosses they have, and so there's so funny moments with those. And so yeah, I mean, I think it was cute in terms of like the overall franchise. Like, what I like it in comparison to the other ones? I would say it's actually probably one of my least favorite, if I'm being honest, to the other franchise. And maybe you need to see the other ones too. I think because it's its own standalone movie, obviously there's not really much, if any, connections to the actual franchise. I mean, I think it does sometimes give you a little bit of backstory of like where they came from, why they dress the way they do with their like overalls and everything. But yeah, I mean, you don't need to have seen the other movies in order to watch this one.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it's a very chill, relaxing, or not relaxing, but just easygoing.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the Minions movie before, so I have no clue, no idea about what I'm gonna watch. But the movie starts with the scratch and ends with like the exact Minion story and everything. So it covers everything in the 1.5 hour period time frame. And one thing I want to talk, like, right now I'm gonna just tell about some positives and negatives. So we'll just discuss about what are the positives and negatives of this movie.
Okay.
So we'll do like one positive, and you tell one more like that. So for me, the first positive thing is music. I like the music.
Yeah, I do think it was fun, and just like the music would come in and out and stuff like that. Yeah, I would agree. The music was good. There are a lot of humorous parts, either things that they say, things that they do, just jokes, just in general.
Exactly.
I think it's pretty good there.
Correct. So my point number 3 is the language. I like the language actually. Like, it sounds more like Spanish, but also gibberish. but it's so
Yeah.
cute. The voices
mean,
are so cute.
there is like a deeper thing behind it. Like the directors, or they actually wanted to emulate like a real language, so they did kind of immerse different languages together. Spanish being one of them, a little bit of English, all that sort of thing. And I do think it helps with enhancing the experience because you're not just completely listening to gibberish. You do sort of understand what's going on, and I think they do enough of throwing in words that you would definitely like know to where you can follow along with what's happening. I think what is always really funny is how they continue to speak of this gibberish, and everyone just acts like they completely understand. Like in the movie, there's no like, what are they saying? There's like, yeah, I totally get you. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's correct actually. I mean, the first few minutes of the movie starts with the background voice, like what they're doing, and there's one person narrating what they're doing, so like it gets you into the mood. Like you can understand after some point of time, like you don't need any background voice, even though they're speaking gibberish, even though they're speaking Spanish. You just like it understood by their actions actually. Yeah, so I guess that's some of the positive points of the movie. So let's come to the negative points. Do you have any negative points?
I guess I can in general. Like, as I said, spoiler alert at this moment. There's a scene, like there's a part where the minions decide to kind of like disperse. One of them decides to be like, okay, we're gonna go off and we're gonna find our bad guy boss. And then the other half, it's really just the three, Ed, Henry, and James. And they're like, we're gonna make our own film. So they're going off to try and make their film. And so you kind of have two different storylines.
Exactly.
And so to some extent, there's some things that are entertaining about both storylines.
Yeah.
But I often felt like in that moment, it was probably the most unorganized.
Exactly.
And that's when the storyline kind of fell apart for me.
A little distracted. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but all of that was probably a span of 15 to 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
But then, as I said, everything before that, like leading up to and everything afterwards was very like entertaining and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really consider it too much of a whatever. That was probably the negative for me, which I say that, and then at the end it does kind of all come together because the monsters, they end up kind of I don't know what you want, like with the enchantments arising and everything, they now then need to be saved, and now the other minions who found their new master come to save the day. So in a way, it does all come back together. It's just like in the moment, it does sort of just kind of feel a little wonky, chopped up, stuff like that.
I totally agree with Emma. So yeah, that's a little negative, but I mean, we don't say negative, but it's a little distraction in the movie. What else? You have any negative points in the movie? Like,
honestly, I would say that's probably the only one.
Exactly.
I feel like then the final question is it theater worthy or not?
Exactly. So, is it theater worthy? Is it theater worthy?
I'd say, I don't know, that's hard to say. I feel like if it's a hot day and your kids don't want to go to the pool and you want to go see a movie,
I would suggest Minions.
Minions is a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're like, if you can do it, then go do it. But yeah, I don't know.
I think it's fun watching for one time in theaters, summertime with kids. I think it's good. Yeah, I would say theater worthy. So, alright guys, I think we reached our mark. I hope you enjoyed this video, and
yeah, if you've reached this point of the video, drop a yellow heart. If you've seen the movie, let us know what you think about it. And if you haven't seen it, do you plan to see it? We will catch you next time.
So make sure just put a comment, give your feedback and everything, and please like and subscribe our E&Y channel. Oh, I think this is the time. Someone just made a light, so signing off.
Next time, don't cut.
Okay.